in the city, Suburban On Air, and it's time to get very hungry. The moment I hear the word Arahova, I get hungry. One of the great restaurant stories in Montreal, and they're celebrating their 50th anniversary this June. Just incredible. And joining me are three members of the family: the founder, Christos Celebrates, his daughter Tina sitting next to him, and his son George on the other screen, and a great team. I speak to George all the time. I've had the chance of dining with him pre-COVID and love to see the way he operated and got me all the great platters to my table. So first of all, Christos, congratulations. Tell us, how did you start Arahova 50 years ago?
Yes. I started at 1971 with a small restaurant, 20 chairs. So it's the first souvlaki in Quebec. And same thing, the tzatziki too. Nobody knows the tzatziki and the souvlaki here. I create, and after I start to continue, and it's 50 years now.
Well, congratulations to you. Tina, you must be very proud of your father and this business.
Oh, absolutely. I'm very proud of my father and Arahova. It's, listen, it's been around for 50 years without giving away my age. So people love us. The food is delicious, like you said. It's Mediterranean cuisine, one of the best diets in the world, specifically the Greek diet. And I'm proud that my father brought it here to Montreal, Quebec, and shared it with everyone here. And our customers have loved us for 50 years, and we're very happy to still be around and just feeding people the best quality food that we can actually provide them.
Well, you do a marvelous job. I've been to a number of your locations. The beautiful Dakari one, you opened up just during the pandemic, I think, the Coteneige takeout counter. And George, there's more exciting news to come. You're going to be expanding. Tell us where.
Yeah, we're opening a second location in West Island on Brunswick on Sources, which is exciting because during the pandemic, we did well with our takeout. So we want to thank our customers, our loyal customers. They kept supporting us throughout this whole 60-month pandemic. And like Tina said, it's our 50-year anniversary, and we're going to be in Costco with our tzatziki. We have a 50-year bonus pack. It's going to start June 17th. And like you said, we're very proud of what my dad started in 1971, and we want to continue for another 50 years.
For the West Island location, that's going to open when?
Well, we're aiming for September 1st.
Okay, and it's right near in that little mini mall, right near 40 West, and
it's right behind 40 West, near Trois Brasseurs, Alomo Coco, and that area over there.
Right. So it's interesting. So let me ask you, before I go back to your dad and your sister, how did you handle the pandemic?
You know what? We were lucky enough that we had a loyal customer base, and we had delivery in place. So customers kept on calling and kept on supporting us. And it shows that when you have 50 years in business, it was a lot of help for us. You know?
So George, what is your role with the company compared to your sister and other family members?
Well, I'm more in charge of the opening of the new locations and product development, but our roles kind of intertwined. We kind of work together as a family. So, but I'm more focused on the franchise side of the business.
Okay. And Tina, what about you? What role do you play day to day?
Well, I'm basically in charge of quality control. So I implemented our SQF Safe Quality Food certification here at the plant. And we're very proud to be certified as well, organic. And it goes back to what my dad taught me from day one, that it's all about the quality of the food. Good food is good quality. So we've kept our standards high over the 50 years. And like my brother says, our roles intertwine. I help my brother with the franchising aspect. He helps me with the quality aspect. We do a lot of marketing together. We do a lot of product development because it's not just the restaurants, Michael. As you know, we're in the supermarkets as well. A lot of grocery stores, big chains in Quebec, in Ontario. So we're working together as a team with my father's support. And we're very proud to, so that's my role, basically, quality control, which I'm very proud of.
Can you tell people what is the plant?
Well, we have a plant where we make all our products, right? And we also supply our franchisees and the restaurants in Montreal. So we make everything here. Our tzatziki is made at the plant. Our souvlaki are made by hand, daily, fresh, as our tzatziki is made. We can't keep up with the orders. We can't keep up with the food production that we have here at the plant. So it's the Arahova distribution plant, actually, that we're extremely proud of. That we, it's been about 15, 20 years? 20
years.
20 years that the plant has been around.
In Laval.
Yes, in Laval.
In Laval. So Christos, you sort of retired, but you still come to the Laval store in the head office every day. So you're not really fully retired, are you?
No, I'm not fully retired, but I like to come. I come every day to my work, to the plant, to the restaurant here. I like it. And I feel better when I'm moving from my home, you know.
I agree.
I'm watching everything here. I take care with my daughter, my son.
Yeah, but Michael, if I could interrupt, he makes the moussaka himself.
Does he really?
I still make the moussaka
Till this
myself.
day,
My daughter's favorite dish is moussaka, so I'm going to make sure we order that next time we go there.
well, I'm
Sure,
telling you,
why not?
made fresh daily by my dad. He cuts the eggplant, the zucchini, the potatoes, all handmade. He makes
Wow.
the meat sauce by hand, by himself. I mean, he's working harder than he's ever had. You know?
I forgot to tell you about the recipe. I have a secret recipe
That's right.
from my grandfather.
That's right.
So I have it and I keep it and I continue with the same recipe.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Now, George, let me ask you, what is your favorite dish on the menu of Arahova when you sit down to have Arahova for dinner?
You know what? When you have Arahova, you need Arahova tzatziki. That's what it is. I'm those customers who have a spoon next to it. I eat it like a yogurt. And even my kids, we don't even eat yogurt anymore. We eat tzatziki, you know? So it's in our blood. We love that thick, creamy, simple ingredients that we have. We haven't changed the recipe in 50 years. You know, it's simply fresh cucumber, fresh garlic, olive oil, salt, and it's the same recipe since my dad brought it from Greece, right? So
How many Arahovas are there altogether now?
now we're at 9 locations, and then with the new one we're going to open up, we're going to be at 10 locations.
Okay, and are you always thinking one step further, like one step ahead? Are you continuing to look like, are you only in Montreal or are you beyond Montreal?
Well, for now we're in Montreal, but for us, I prefer to find the right franchisee to grow the brand properly. And we have to train the franchisees and get them inside the culture and the system. So we got to make sure that we pick the right people to bring the brand to the next level. So slow growth is the best, you know, right, Michael?
Yeah. And the name Arahova, Tina, where did the name Arahova come from? How did your dad decide on that being the name for the restaurant?
Well, it's actually where my father's from. That's my father's village. And it's a famous, Arahova is a famous location. It's the equivalent of our Mont Tremblant. So there's a lot of skiing out there. It's in the mountains, but they're primarily known for their yogurt. So that's where tzatziki is based. Next to Delphi, a couple of hours from Athens. And they're known for yogurt. So that's where tzatziki I could be wrong, but may or not originated from also. So that's where our tzatziki was born, you know?
Christos, as the founder, you must be so happy to see people back sitting in the restaurant and eating in the restaurant as opposed to looking at an empty restaurant and only having takeout and delivery. It must make you smile.
Yes, I'm very happy about that. And I still have long time customers. Let's say like you, I remember you come to my restaurant.
Good.
I have the same employers 20 years ago. They are with me.
50 years.
50 years.
Yeah.
So, and I'm very happy about everything.
I'm very excited. I was very excited when the Carry opened up because I live in Côte Saint Luc, so we didn't have an Arahova near us. And also, you know, we all go to the Jewish General Hospital, so I was very excited to see the Arahova takeout counter. So it's the type of operation, I think, George, that that appeals to everyone, and the prices are good, the offerings are good, the food is fresh. So it's the whole package, right, George?
Exactly. I think you summed it up. But it's a family style business and a family style restaurant, right? And we still put love in our food. It's not commercialized. And like my dad said, the employees that are a big part of it have been with us for the last 25, 30 years, same employees. So we're more, it's like a big family, which is, it's nice to see.
Now, you and Tina are still very young. But are you still thinking about the generation after you that's going to step in and carry on the tradition?
Interesting. Haven't thought about it yet.
I
Not
mean,
there yet.
You're very young, and Tina, you're
Exactly.
very young as well. But do the rest of the younger members of the family come to the restaurant, or any of them are going to be working as dishwashers and work their way up the system? How is that going to work? I hear that a lot in family businesses.
Yeah, we're trying to get them in the culture. So it depends. It's the new generation. So we have to look at that.
Tina?
Yeah. Listen, my children definitely eat here. My son has a plant and has given a hand. And my daughter as well has come and helped out in the office. As far as working in the restaurant, I'm gonna let them choose what they want to do. For us, it was a natural thing. Like, you know, you fall into the family business. Maybe you don't know. Maybe our children will fall into it as well. I do believe that Arahova will be around for another 50 years, though. I'm very confident about that.
I agree with you completely. Now, George, the pandemic has been interesting because people have become accustomed. I know in my family, my wife and daughter and I, we do takeout every Friday and Saturday now, automatic. And we've gotten accustomed to it. We go pick up our food, we bring it home. We even have the other members of the family sometimes, and we'll have dinner by Zoom. And, you know, we become accustomed to it. Not that we won't go back to a restaurant, because we will. So the fact is that people, I guess Greek food, like the food you make, carries well and is packaged well, so that people could go and half hour later, it's still very fresh, perhaps, correct?
Correct. Yeah, but I think there's going to be a transition. Like you're saying, a lot of people have gotten used to the pandemic life and the takeout business. But eventually, I do believe the customers will come back in the restaurant because they want the interaction and the service with the waitress and the whole other atmosphere that you get. But I think we're going to have both. We're going to have takeout and inside dining, right?
Well, I can just tell you that Christos clearly is not admitting it, but he has a very good connection to Premier Francois Legault, because Francois Legault opened dining in June on your 50th anniversary. And I believe deep down, if Legault admitted it, it's because Christos made a call to him to say it's our 50th anniversary and we want to have diners back in the restaurant. So what do you have to say to Mr. Legault, Christos?
I tell the truth, I have some connections.
Would you like to invite Mr. Legault to have a donor plate?
For sure, and I'm very happy about him. He's a very good guy. He opened the restaurant, helps the restaurant, helps the people, and I like him, and I invite him with you and come to my restaurant.
I would love Legault to meet with me. I would love to meet him in person. I'm gonna send this to his press attaché. And George, a little suggestion. This is Mike Cohen marketing advice. Why don't you create a special anniversary dish for June named after Francois Legault? That would get a lot of attention. I'll leave the name up to you and Tina.
Interesting, very interesting.
Wouldn't that be something as a thank you to Francois Legault for reopening the restaurants for your 50th anniversary, the Legault platter, something like that?
We have the Montreal Canadiens too, our 50th anniversary, right?
The Montreal Canadiens too. Yes, exactly. There's a lot of options. I look forward to following it. I look forward to having my next meal at Arahova. I want to thank the three of you for joining us, and the best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you.
Everyone go to Arahova for the 50th anniversary.
Something. My daughter says it will continue 50 years more, the business. I think I'm going to follow to them.
Christos, I believe it. I believe it. You're a man of magic. I believe it's going to happen. In 50 years from now, Christos will be the oldest person on earth and we'll be doing this interview. I guarantee it.
Take care.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much. Thank you.